10 things I wish I knew before becoming a single mother. Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Single Parent Nation podcast, where we celebrate resilience, transformation, and power of rising strong. I'm your host, Priscilla Morgan, and today we're diving into something real, raw, and very close to my heart. Whether you're a single parent, a single mom, or a single dad, or know someone navigating this path, today's episode is for you. I'm sharing 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a single mother. The truths no one told me, the hard earned lessons, and the wisdom I've gained through the storms. So grab your tea or coffee. We're about to start this episode. The unexpected truth. Number one, it's not about survival, it's about the identity rebirth. It's not just getting up and getting the to-do list, right? Take the kids to school, drop them off. It's about the rebirth of you. I thought becoming a single mom was really, I felt like it meant just surviving the day, right? The drop-offs, the pickups, the activities, the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry. But it became a spiritual and an emotional rebirth. I literally had to figure out who I was outside of the marriage that ended and outside of the chaos. Two, you'll grieve the dream before you build a new one. I grieved the family I thought I'd had. Even if the relationship or the marriage was toxic, you'll grieve that dream. No one talks about grieving the version of your life that didn't actually happen or completely happen the way you wanted it to be. And yet, that new dream, it's even more beautiful. There's nothing even greater. Let's just say that, when you're in that toxic relationship or that toxic marriage, even though it's toxic, it eventually becomes comfortable. So when it ends, when that toxic relationship or toxic marriage ended, you still miss a part of it, right? So you end up grieving that thing, but really the new dream, the new life, that for me was even more beautiful. The reality check. Number three, you'll need a village, okay? You will need a village. You cannot do it all by yourself, but you might have to build it from scratch. If you're building from scratch, yes, it's hard. It's going to be difficult. It will be challenging. The support system that you expected, they may not show up, okay? The people, the family, and the friends that say, hey, I'm here for you, I'll help you, I'll do this, that, they may not show up, period, or they may not show up when you need them to show up. But the new one, the new village that you build, it will be stronger, more aligned, and more empowering. Community isn't about giving. It's sometimes you literally have to create that community. Number four, your energy is currency. Protect it, protect it, protect it fearlessly. You don't have time for drama, okay? You have a child or children that you have to take care of. The guilt trips, forget it. Or the one-sided relationships, nah. Your peace is expensive. Guard it, protect it. Number five, you feel guilty. Even when you're doing the right thing, sometimes you'll question yourself, am I doing the right thing? Yeah, you are doing the right thing. The mom guilt, the dad guilt, the parent guilt, the working guilt, the not enough guilt, it comes in waves, okay? Waves. Let's not even get into the emotions of the waves. But I wish I knew you can be a great mom even when you're stretched thin. Love shows up in presence, not perfection. The money and mindset shift. Number six, you need a solid financial game plan, not a budget. I don't want to hear on I'm running on a single parent budget or a single mom or a single dad budget. No, you will need a solid game plan. I wish I knew to think beyond budgeting in the beginning. But as I learned and I grew, right, and I educated myself when it comes to finance or financial education, I learned about money and how money works. I knew I needed not just active income, but I needed passive income. I needed passive income. I needed life insurance. I needed a trust. I needed investments. I needed a living will. And I needed a long term wealth plan. Now, that is a solid financial game plan. You can't pour from an empty bank account either. So, all the things that you want to do as a person before you became a parent, or the things that you want to do as a parent, the things, the activities you want your kids in, or the activities your kids want to be in, they're not free. So, you need a solid financial game plan. Number 7, burnout is real. It is real. Your mental health needs to be taken care of. You don't need to earn rest. I learned the hard way. Rest isn't luxury for later. Sleep is not something that should be permanently sacrificed. Yeah, once in a while, you may have to sacrifice some sleep. Maybe your child is sick. Maybe you have to wake up early for a game for the child. Maybe that you have to wake up early or go to bed late to get some of your personal dreams and goals done, right? But the burnout is real. You need to rest. You're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to nap. You're allowed to wind down. You're allowed to say no. And I've said before in previous episodes, no is a complete sentence. No, period. That's a sentence. Prioritize your health. Burnout isn't a badge of honor. The emotional layers. Number 8, co parenting is a journey and sometimes a battlefield. I wish I knew it wouldn't be fair. Okay? I wish I knew it would not be fair. Understanding that mothers usually, mostly have, we carry I don't want to say burden, but we carry most of the workload when it comes to kids, right? Whether you have one or multiple children, mothers usually carry most of the work. We do most of the work, okay? I'm not saying single dads don't, you guys do too, but most of the times it's the women that are carrying the load more than the men. So, motherhood, yeah, it's messy. Parenting is hard, but single parenting is even harder. So, if you're actually doing it by yourself, yeah, it's a different kind of hard. So you'll have to bite your tongue more than you speak. And that's something that I've mastered from a very early age, to contain myself and hold my composure. But staying in your power, not the drama, is how you win the long game for your peace and your kids. Number 9, your kids will mirror your healing, not your hustle. So if you're running around like a chicken without a head, that's what your kids are going to pick up. If you're working on your healing, you're doing meditation, you're doing yoga, you're working out, you're going for walks, you're in nature, your kids will mirror that. They don't need a super mom or a super dad. They need you to be present. They mostly need you to be emotionally available. So be the emotionally available mom, be the emotionally available dad. And when you heal, they also soften too. When I rested, they laughed more. When I laughed more and harder, they laughed even harder too. That's the magic. Here's the most powerful truth. Number 10, you're not broken. You're becoming. You're becoming a greater version that you don't even know. You don't even recognize. Sometimes it takes someone else to recognize that great version you're becoming, to say, you know what? Honestly, I have healed. I am becoming. I am unfolding into something great. So you're not a failure. You're not too late. You're not behind. You're not less than because you're doing it alone. No, you're not. You're not failure. You're not late. You're not behind. You're not less than. You're becoming someone powerful, someone aligned, someone your kids will be proud of. Someone, I'm telling you, that as the years go by, one day you're going to look behind and say, hey, I'm proud of you. I've said that many times myself. If no one has told you today, you're doing an amazing job. You're also an amazing person. I see you. I know the nights you cried in silence, the days you showed up exhausted, and the strength it takes to choose love over bitterness. This journey isn't easy, but it's sacred. And you, my friend, you're not alone in it. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a fellow single mom or single dad. Also, tag me on Instagram at the single_parent_nation_podcast. I'm also on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to get more of our episodes. And don't forget to rate and review the show as it helps us to reach more single parents who needs this message. Until next time, stay strong, stay soft, and keep striving.